Now, this could be one of the biggest challenges when being a content creator, but if you can overcome this, I promise you, you're gonna be way happier. What's going on? My name's Anthony, and today I'm gonna talk to you about you are not your numbers. Now, I'm gonna talk about exactly what that means, my personal experience with it and how I overcame it, and some steps you can actually take if you're experiencing this and how you can overcome it too. So what does you are not your numbers mean? That means that you are not your numbers. It means exactly that. Now, this is particularly for people who make content, but this is going to be great for people who have not created content yet, and it's something that you can look out for. And I really wish I had this video when I started creating content and YouTube videos many years ago, over a decade ago. And this is something that you don't really hear that much talked about, especially if you have a creator that you look up to and you see has really big numbers. It's really difficult to really gauge exactly how that person feels on their day-to-day basis when they're doing that. Because when you look on the outside at a content creator, you think that, okay, their life is perfect. They have millions of views, millions of subscribers, and everything is just always, you know, just flowers and roses, and there's never anything going wrong. But this is something as a content creator that I can really relate to, because I've been on both sides of the spectrum. I've been able to look at very successful content creators, and I was at a point I would think like, man, their life is probably like perfect. And then I actually got to the level of growing my gaming channels over millions of subscribers. Our main channel that we have that does gaming has over 2.8 million subscribers, and we've grown a bunch of other channels. And I have it to where some people now look at me like, whoa, his life is perfect. But I'm here to tell you that no one's life is perfect, ladies and gentlemen. We all have our own challenges that we go through. And one of the challenges that I actually went through was being attached to my numbers. Now, not in a way that it would actually be like an ego thing, because you have people who are attached to their numbers and they use their numbers like of subscribers as sort of like a badge, like, hey, I have over 1 million subscribers, I can do this, or I'm better than you because I have over 1 million subscribers. Now, anyone who personally knows me knows that I've never defined myself based on my numbers. So whenever I would do videos, I even like talk to my community a lot, and it didn't really matter the amount of, let's say, subscribers I had or views I have. I will always be that same person, and if not, just better, because I will never forget exactly where I came from. I remember working at a grocery store and telling people like, hey, I'm gonna do YouTube full time one day, and people would laugh or people wouldn't really take me serious. And I get to live that dream. I've been doing YouTube full time for over 6 years, and it has been absolutely phenomenal, doing YouTube over a decade as well. So I completely love it. But something that is very challenging is attaching yourself to those numbers. Now, that means that if you have a lot of views, you feel great. If you have low views, you don't feel good. And your views are pretty much dictating how your day goes and how your mood is. And I think any YouTube content creator can really relate to this, and everyone's human. We have to remember that too. We are all human. There are no robots. There are no perfect people. And I too have fell victim to this. If videos are going super well, I'm in a happy mood. I'm great. The day is good. But if videos are underperforming, I can always feel that like, hey, I'm a little bit agitated. You know, things are, my mood is a little bit shifted. And it's really important to recognize this. And this is something that I would like to say I've almost overcome, and that is just detaching myself from the numbers. You are not your numbers. And that's what I mean. You have to really, take inventory of what's going on when things are going well, and most importantly, what's going on when things are not going well. Because you can always be in the happiest mood when you're getting millions and millions of views, but how are you when you are not getting millions and millions of views? And again, I think that is very important. How are you treating friends when you're doing well? How are you treating friends when you're not doing well? Are you being nice to them when you're doing well? Are you being rude to them when you're not doing so well? And it's some of us may also know people like this, where their mood sort of fluctuates with their their channel. If their channel is doing good, they're in a good mood. If the channel is doing bad, they're in a bad mood. And this is something that I would experience, not so much being in a bad mood, but being just stressed. You know, if videos aren't performing well, because you have to think, as a content creator, especially if you do this full time, there's always a pressure of wanting to perform, always wanting to get the video better than the last. And of course, if you care about this, which most content creators do, especially if this has been your dream to do, it will affect your mood. But it's just understanding that that's normal. And one thing I really had to separate was that, okay, if my videos are performing well, I'm still going to be Anthony. I'm still going to be the best person I can be, and that doesn't define me. And my videos are not doing so well, I'm still going to be Anthony, and I'm still going to be that best version of myself that I can be. And that is something I had to really overcome, and it took a long time. So what are some things you can actually do to overcome this? If you feel yourself getting stressed regarding your view count, your sub count, how do you actually detach your mood from this? One thing that really helps is having a why. So why are you actually creating content? If it's connected to something great and really meaningful, then you will also realize that, you know, I am not my numbers. I have a bigger goal in mind, and this doesn't define me. Another thing to also help out is there's seasons. And remember, nothing can always be up forever. If you can understand this concept, it will really alleviate a little bit of the pain you may have when it comes to being attached to your numbers. And just know that nothing is always up and nothing is always down. And again, we talked about the opposites. You know, you have heads and tails, you have left and right, you have up and down, and views will not always be up. You will have a moment where your views go down. And I think it's really good to appreciate sometimes when the views do go down, because you know that they're going to go back up eventually, especially if you're working hard, you have that goal, you have that strong why you're creating content, and you know that nothing lasts forever. That infamous line of, "This too shall pass." And I've had this experience. If you see it through long enough, if you really push, your time will come where you'll get out of the little slump and you'll be back on top. And I think if you go through enough of these times, it really helps out. And it really sort of like fortifies your mind in knowing that, okay, numbers are down now. That doesn't define me, and I'm just gonna keep working hard and they're gonna go back up. So you sort of lose this emotional attachment to it. Not saying that you don't care about it, but you don't let it affect your day and your mood. And if you truly feel like you are stuck with low numbers, or if you feel that, hey, I'm just in a rut right now, I just can't get out of it, don't be afraid to ask for help. Look for help, look for knowledge. And one thing that I've really learned is that no one truly knows what you're going through but you. And it's like those times where you could be going through something and you think that people will know, but you have to realize that everyone is also going through something in their own head. It's like one of those things where you think that everyone is thinking about you, but they're also thinking like you're thinking about them. And it's just more of that too. So you really have to look for help. If you are not, you know, where you want to be, see if you can find somewhere where you want to be and see if you can actually get help from them. Find good friends, invest in mentorship. I think that is also very important. Watching videos like this really helps. So do make sure you are subscribed. And get into other activities. Yes, I'm gonna say that. Have other things that you are doing and not just looking at your numbers and doing YouTube. Have some personal goals, have some fitness goals, and have some family goals. You know, I like to work out a lot. I really like to read a lot. So things like this that will sort of separate me and detach me just from looking at my numbers all day, because you can get caught up because everything is at your fingertips now, and even not being on your phone so much really helps. You know, you have Twitter, you have Instagram, you have YouTube, everything, you know, you could think of at the tip of your finger, and it's just a constantly looking at your numbers, attaching yourself to this and that. I didn't get this many likes, I didn't get this many likes. And I'm here to tell you that likes don't define who you are. Views don't define who you are. You are special, you are unique, and you need to remember that there is no one in the world exactly like you. And you should take that and use it to your advantage. So I really hope you found this video helpful. And if you have any questions, you can always comment them down below. But feel free to check out this video. I think you're gonna really enjoy it. But don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. And don't forget to be yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.